Hi everyone, it's TakaraaJ. Back with another video. As I did state in my last, this is going to be in regards to my faith traveler's notebook, which is pretty much the same traveler's notebook, setup. Basically, you have your inserts, but I did get this from Amazon as well. I will leave a link down below in the details in regards to how much it was. I think it was $12. It did come with 3 inserts, which was a lined, the brown paper, and the blank one, I think. And then it comes with that little clear pocket thing as well, which I use it in my everyday carry planner. But with this one inside, with what I use in this one is the lined, and I use this one just for my notes, just random notes in regards to like Bible study, anything that I'm reading, just normal things in regards to just when you study. I do have a binder as well that I use for mostly all of my main important things that I feel like I should just write out on bigger paper, or then I just didn't want to have to reference in here. I usually mostly just use this as just for thoughts on just random things that comes to my mind. That way I can have like I don't have to set it up really neatly. I just jot it down just for the line paper. For this one, excuse me, this is in regards to my one of my Instagram friends. Well, she's an influencer, I would say. She is Joy to Plan. I did reference her back in my last video. She does have a really good, I would say, good information on what to look at or what to study when it comes down to just learning more about your faith. And with this one, this is called the Bible summary. What I'm reading, basically, the guy a couple years back, he did basically write the Bible out with Twitter, with his Twitter app, with 140 characters or less, and that was in a year. So he did go ahead and broadcast it out, and he made a website for it. So what I've done is basically set up a whole traveler's notebook, and I'm going to do the same. Basically what I've done here is set up a monthly. With my monthly, I have basically placed, this is like a key, I guess you can say. The dot is the book, the name of the book. Basically, I only write here what I actually read out, not what I written out from the summarization that he's given on the Bible summary. If I was to do that, then that would just be cheating. I want to learn it on my own. So what I've done here is after I've read whatever chapter it is, I would go in with the Bible summary just to give myself a good understanding of what I've read, and just go ahead and write out his summary of what I think, or what I thought, maybe what I thought first, and then basically, not what I thought first, I don't put it on paper. What I thought first is basically what I thought in my head, but as far as for what he has written, I would just say that's confirmation of what I was thinking. Was it right, or was it kind of close to what he was thinking as well? So here you can see I've only done 1 verse a day when I first started, and then from here, yesterday I did more than 1 verse. I did stop in Genesis on chapter 21, and I did I'm in a group on Facebook, and our monthly challenge, I'm sorry, I went blank there, was Ruth. So I started with Ruth. I did finish Ruth. I actually written out the whole book of Ruth, which is only 4 chapters, so which is totally okay. I did go ahead and put those in there because I did finish the entire chapter. So instead of going from 22 here and starting 22 here, I just went in and just put Ruth here. Now I've already had finished Ruth. I just wanted to, I just wrote it out on this day. I like finished it somewhere here, I think, or Sunday or Saturday, one of those days. But I just went ahead and just did Ruth here. So basically the triangle is the verse or the chapter. Not the verse, but the chapter. And then I write out the summary here. So this is kind of similar to how Joy to Plan has her set up. She does have hers, I think, in a Hobonichi Weeks. I do have a Hobonichi Weeks, as you guys are aware. I just felt more to write on the bigger squares than the Hobonichi, so I just, wanted to write it out here. So I did highlight Book of Genesis, Book 1, Genesis, when I should have not done that because I did go ahead here and write out Ruth, and I did not do Genesis 21 because I realized I did not actually read Genesis 21. I actually only read it till chapter 20, so that's why I didn't write it out. But it's there for me to finish. So this is where I have stopped. Now, the good thing about this is with my chapters here, I know that if I read, like today, in the mornings I do some reading with my schedule that I have now. I do get up in the mornings and read, or at least overview some whatever comes out to me or whatever I read in my daily walk Bible. Or in our daily bread. I'll get to that in a few moments. And then also as well, anything that I have that comes to me maybe on my app, or maybe something that comes to me on my phone, something like that. Anything like that. So if I do read it and I finish the entire book, or just at least that chapter, then I'll put it in that I read that chapter. And that's where just leaving this open comes into play. And then it's my little die cut. My scripture writing. So I started my scripture writing back in, I think, November, if I'm not mistaken. I did start it in my Hobonichi Weeks. Let me check. So I did start here. I did not notate when this was. Oh, this is December. So this is in December. I think I started writing a little bit sooner than that, but I just didn't write it in here. So this is all my scripture writings that I did before. I actually just wanted to focus on trying to get this formatted in a way that I wanted it, which I did keep this format going, and I brought it over to, that's the prayer. So this is my format. I just basically write it out. I put April, I put the month, then scripture writing. I only put day 1 here, and then from there I just write out the day, and then I write out the scripture, and then I put the theme, and then I'll just decorate it however I feel I should at that time. Then from there I just go in and write out the scripture for that day. I do get behind, I'm not gonna lie on that. So if I do get behind, I just have more to write. That's just something that does happen. This is the month of April, as I did state. I do enjoy this because it's something that I know that I have to do. I messed up here. This is something that I enjoy to do, knowing that I do dedicate this time with just me and him. It's something that you can reflect on, whatever you do right that day. If it does resonate for that day, it's a great thing, because then at that point you know that he was listening to your heart. This is May. Same thing. May scripture writing was in regards to anxiety and fear, and I just decorated with some washi tape and a sticker. And I got a new fountain pen. Actually, I think I have it here. This is it. And I got this from Wish. It's awesome. So look at that. It's a fine tip, I think. But yeah, so I did write this out. I did not like my handwriting at all. This is a totally different pen, by the way. I just didn't want to write it in a different color, but I ended up anyway writing in another different color. I wanted to keep it all the same, at least for this month. But yeah, it didn't work out. So I did end up writing back in black. I did end up trying to decorate it a little bit, give it some color on the page since it's so much. I had so many long scriptures going in the month of March. I'm sorry, May. But it's okay. That happens, especially when you're really just trying to actually get down what he's trying to say. So I do understand. I do get these scripture challenges from Instagram. I go to Pinterest. Mostly now I know Arisen You. She does post hers on Instagram a lot, so you go follow her. She's great when it comes down to keeping up with the challenges. So this is the last month of recently, and then we go into June. So with June, currently we are doing the theme with Arisen You, as it is state, which is submission to God. And from here, I wrote that so small, I think. I don't know why I wrote that so small. I'm sorry if I'm not in camera. But then, today is the 13th. So, no, today's the 12th. So this is today. And today ended up being okay. I love the fact that when I wrote this, it was morning. So it says, and in the morning rising up a great while before day, he went out and departed into a solidarity place, and there prayed. And Simon and where I lost my place. And Simon and they that were within him followed after him. And when they had found him, they said unto him, all men seek for thee. And he said unto them, let us go into the next towns, and that I may preach them also, for therefore came I forth. So I feel like when things like this comes into play, and in the morning, things like that, it sometimes it just catch your eye. And then this is tomorrow, and then on Sunday, I did Thursday. I did tomorrow because it was just a one-liner. So I was like, I'll just do it. And then I don't know how busy I'm going to be tomorrow, so I did want to go ahead and get that out of the way. So that's it for this one. I'm going to just use this solely for scripture writing. I'm not sure exactly how long or how fast I'm going to fill this up, but it's okay. That's the versatility of a traveler's notebook. So that's a sticker that I put on here from the Happy Penner. And this last one here is for our daily bread. So I literally just inserted this one, which is okay because I literally just bought a new pack of this grid style notebook, and I inserted this today because I wanted to at least enjoy my Our Daily Breads and write them down. Any articles that I read, any articles that I wanted to put in and wanted to read, I did want to have them on hand. And then I do have the Our Daily Breads that come to my phone. So whatever speaks to me, I did want to write them out. That way I can have them on paper and I'll go ahead and reference them later. So this is my Faith Traveler's Notebook. I know it's not really special to anyone. It's not really, how would I say, extravagant, but it does work for me. It's something that I did want to go ahead and start. So I do feel really much satisfied with my setup. So if you do have any questions, or if you want to see any other videos in regards to maybe my war binder, you can definitely go ahead and leave a comment below. Other than that, please like and subscribe, and I will be back with another video. Bye.